What is your favorite food?
My favorite food, this,
Crumpets.
they're actually cookies. Cookies are my favorite, which is really not great, because I'm a fucking adult, but that is a true life thing. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Going good. My question for you is, when you're doing a lot of the voice acting stuff, there's got to be a lot of crazy things that happen behind the scenes. Do you have any funny recording stories or even bloopers that you're pretty fond of?
Let's see. I might end up disappointing you. Because a lot of most voice acting, unless you're doing cartoons, you're kind of in a booth by yourself. So, and everyone's just you're trying to make the amount of time, you know? It's usually not that hard, but I end up just trying to do the gig, you know? And so, on Borderlands, I'm sure there was a lot ad-libbing and stuff, and any time that there's a song in the game, it's just a song I made up on the spot. It's like, if the teenagers are me, it was just a thing that I did. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't really think of any, wacky stories that happened. I'll make one up to make this question worth your while. One time, I was Tiny Tina, and then a pterodactyl came into the room. Man, it was crazy, but he was like a nice pterodactyl, and he had donuts. And we all took a break, and we ate donuts with the pterodactyl, and that's the bloopers. So crazy!
Thank you very much.
Crumpet.
No worries.
Okay. Funniest thing that's happened to you in your that day?
Ever?
Ever.
Oh my god.
What's your life story?
Giving it all to me.
Funniest thing that's ever happened to me?
Or that you've witnessed.
Or that I've witnessed? Oh no, I'm trying to remember. This probably isn't going to matter to anyone, probably, is the issue. But Anthony, so my brother Anthony, I assume if you're here, you know about Anthony, maybe? Yeah, mostly? What's he, no, really? Yeah, kind of, okay. So my brother Anthony, who wrote Borderlands 2, he does this thing where once a year, he does an impression of someone that's completely spot on out of nowhere. So once, you know the guy, and they're always random, they're always just completely random characters. So have you seen The Mummy? Has everyone seen The Mummy? You know that guy that's, he gets eaten by the cockroach, he's the bigger dude that yeah, whatever. So Anthony did a quote of him perfectly at the beginning. This is the stupidest story I've ever told. At the beginning, Brendan Fraser is hanging or whatever, he goes, take him down! And Anthony did that perfectly, and it just caught me so by surprise that I just fucking fell on the floor and was laughing for 5 minutes straight. The next year, he did a line from Love Actually, the man, Bill Nighy's manager in that movie, he quoted him perfectly. It's always fucking random people, and every single time it makes me laugh really hard. So that is not a fun anecdote that I can share because I can't replicate how Anthony did it, but that's, yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And my knees are powder. Okay. Two-part question. First, what was your inspiration for Hey Ash, What You're Playing?
Mm-hmm.
The second part is, how the hell did you convince your dad to do half the crap?
Answer to the first question is loneliness. Second part of the question is we asked him. So Anthony, when Anthony was still in Phoenix for college, all of our friends had just left for other colleges. And he was still living at home, and he was generally angry because he hates Phoenix, and that's where we were based in. So he decided instead of just sitting around being angry and lonely all the time, he would try to just do something. So he ended up he wanted to learn how to use a camera so that he could make an indie game documentary, which he never ended up doing. It happened anyway. So an indie game movie, good. And so he wanted to learn how to use the camera. So he's like, well, I'll just do stupid sketches with Ash, and then we just kept using them. And then that's all we did for a while, and then we got jobs from it. So that's kind of what happened. And then yeah, Dad literally watches Netflix and reads romantic novels, and that is not hyperbole, that's literally what he does. So we gave him something to do, pretty much. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hello.
Sorry, I have my phone. I'm just really nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous.
So I'd like to say first that my cousins love you.
Thank you. Or say thanks to your cousins.
Tiny Tina, like, fanboy over me, and they always quote her all the time. But anyways, I have a question. Are you surprised by the success of Borderlands?
I'm surprised about how much people like Tiny Tina, but I knew that Borderlands 2 would be successful because the first game was really fun, and Anthony doesn't have faith in himself as a writer, but I do, and I knew that it was really funny. And they were pretty much, they knew all the things that they had to improve upon from the first game, so they just did that, and it worked. So, yeah.
And I probably should have said this in the beginning, but I'd like to say that I played Borderlands 2 with my dad,
Oh, that's sweet.
and I'm a voice actor, and you're my favorite voice actor, and you inspire me.
She's a woman. She's a woman.
Hi.
I'd just like to say Tiny Tina is one of my favorite characters of all time.
She rocks.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
My question is, what was it like to actually make the DLCs and make Tiny Tina's character just in general?
It was really organic and really fun. Because Anthony and I have pretty much the exact same sense of humor. So it was really easy and really fun to just like bounce off of each other with different things that Tina might do, or and the vocal quality. I mean, the voice that is in the game is just the voice that I auditioned with, and they liked it, so I just kept it. But what was cool about the Bunkers and Badasses DLC is that she got to be not just like "Way," and she actually got to have like emotional nuance a little bit, which was nice. And so yeah, I think she's a great character, not because of what I did, but because of what Anthony did. So it's super fun to voice her. But yeah, she's oddly easy for me to like kind of like lock into and just do, because yeah, I kind of get her as far as sense of humor is concerned. So yeah.
Also, chocolate chip cookies for the win.
Thank you.
Trumpet.
Yeah, seriously though, Tina and I agree on that 100%. Oatmeal raisin cookies are fucking disgusting.
So when you were making the Hey Ash thing videos, which episode happened to be your favorites?
Let's see. My favorite that's come out recently is the what did we end up calling it? I think we just ended up calling it Call of Duty, where I'm playing Bobby Kotick. The shocking one. I don't know if anyone feel like I'm talking to like 3 people. Sorry. And of the older episodes, I really like Persona 3. It is a game where you shoot yourself. We did the exact thing that the game does.
Seppuku.
Exactly.
I love you so much.
Ah,
You're
thanks.
one of my favorites.
God, you guys! Stop being so sweet. Thank you. What? You made me a flower? Oh my god, I'm gonna have like a little origami, like, Zen garden going on. Look, he's like a little, he's delivering it, okay? I'm making a story right now. Once there was a crane that delivered flowers in a story, okay?
I'm finally up here!
Hello?
Okay.
I'm sorry?
Coke or Pepsi?
I don't drink
Pepsi.
soda.
This is where you pull the rest. Pepsi.
I just alienated everyone. Sorry.
This is better.
Hello.
I'm just curious.
Yes.
Do anything like with another game for some of the vaults, or just going to like throw DLCs with us all day?
I'm sorry?
Are you guys going to do like another game for some of the vaults, or just throw DLCs pretty much at us?
I don't know. I think they're still releasing DLC. I think, right? I don't know. I don't think they've released all of the DLCs that they have left, but they're not working on like the next Borderlands right now or anything like that.
Just asking.
So Patsune. Hi.
First off, thank you for existing. And
You're welcome.
my question is, if you had a warning label, what would it say?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Prone to fits of anxiety, please feed with cookies.
You said you got crumpets.
Yeah. You're welcome. Is everyone's knees okay? Y'all doing alright? No?
Yeah, pretty much.
Does anyone mind if you can't see who's speaking? Are you okay with them just standing? I feel bad for their knees. Is everyone okay with that? How do you stand, guys? Just stand up. I don't want you to see your knees.
Can't do that.
Right. There you go.
Okay, so first of all, y'all are gonna hate me and you're gonna ask why I'm even in this panel. But one, okay, I'm not a big Borderlands fan. I'll just lay that on the table.
Everyone stay down.
I know.
It's okay.
But one thing I did want to say is that I'm really all about, I love character development. I think it's really cool. Like, I've never, okay, don't hate me on this one either.
I'm not gonna.
I came to this panel because of Tiny Tina.
Okay.
And I'd never seen you or really knew your real name. But I realized like your physicality is like a really big reflection on the character itself, and I love how you do that. Basically my question is, and I know my friend Ryan, who's here with me, is probably too shy to ask if we can high five you.
Yes.
Awesome, you rock.
Ryan, get over here. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you.
Thank you. Solid ass high five. That's really good. My hand's tingling. Those were wimpy ass high fives. Good job. Good job, Ryan. Hello.
Last time I was here at SAC, I met Sheremy Lee. She's the voice of Cage.
Nice. Jeremy's the best.
Yeah, she told us that you and her were in a restaurant you were like in each other's voices for Cage, and you were doing Tiny Tina. What was that like? Like doing the voices in the middle of a restaurant.
It was oddly not as weird as you would think. That kind of thing happens a lot. People are like, do the thing, and you're like, I'm on the toilet, okay. Carpets are crunk. Like, it happens a lot.
She said you annoyed the waitress.
Yeah, I do that anyway, probably a lot. I just have like a generally grating voice, so I'm sure most waitresses are annoyed by me. No, yes. Yeah, Jeremy is great. We did that once. Someone else had us plan a scene between Gage and Tina, where Tina wanted to borrow Death Trap for like an afternoon or something. So we had a little scene together with that. So fun.
Alright, thank you.
Hello!
Hey, how's it going?
Oh no. Did you gonna like angle it or?
Oh, that's me real quick. I was just hoping that you could call me Shorty.
That's Dowdy.
Assault on Dragon Keep is probably the best DLC that I've ever played for a game.
Rad.
Have you ever played D&D?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Because Assault on Dragon Keep is what inspired me and my friends to start a D&D.
Oh no way, that's rad. Yeah, we our first D&D. Oh man, our first D&D game. Anthony was DM, and he had this whole like story planned out with this like morally nuanced character that you weren't sure if you could trust or not. And we literally spent 2 hours infighting because before the guy could even get a word out, our friend Justin, who edits and directs and DPs for Hey Ash, was just like, let's kill him. And I was like, no, I know what the quest is. And he's like, no. So we ended up fighting each other for 2 hours before we knew what the quest was. So that's what D&D for us is like. But yeah,
Literally every guard, he's just like, I stab him in the face.
Yeah. Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Hi.
Just like this other girl, I want to say that I've only played the first game of Borderlands, and I honestly don't know much about it, but I was just, wondering, I know you run a web series, and I was wondering, I do want to get more into your web series, and I do want to get more into Borderlands too, but I was just wondering, what episodes would you recommend that would see your best work so I can check out, and what could I expect, what could I I expect from Borderlands 2, as in what can I get into and become a bigger fan of the series?
Hey Ash episodes, the most popular ones on YouTube right now are the Red Faction Gorilla one, the Puzzle Quest one, and the Girl Gamers one. So if you just go to our YouTube, there's like the 3 most popular videos, you can watch those. And then if you like that, then you'll probably like Borderlands 2 because it's the same humor, because Anthony just does pretty much the same thing. So if you like those, then you like Borderlands 2. If you don't like those, don't play Borderlands 2 because it's just 50 hours of that over and over again. So if you don't laugh, then Borderlands 2 isn't for you.
Stir stuff up, but what console do you like?
You're gonna get me murdered, man. He asked what console do I like to play? PC!
PS3.
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Anyway, so as you know, at the end of Borderlands 2, it states that there will be many more vaults after that. And my question is, will there be any chance or hope that there is Borderlands 3?
I don't know anything about that.
I think it'll be a playable
Unfortunately,
character.
don't tell me anything, I'm just a voice actor. I assume, like I don't have a good answer for you, I'm sorry.
Anyways, thank you.
Yeah. Hi!
Too short for this. Right now, like, heart's beating so fast. I thank you, because you're the one that made me like love Borderlands 2.
Oh, thank you.
I saw, all I asked for is like, what was your favorite part of the video game?
Let's see, including the DLCs?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see, that's hard. I really liked doing the Torg DLC. Because I think that's a fun role for her, like being your trainer or whatever. I thought that was really fun, and she got to do a lot of like weird little songs, which are my favorite things to do with Starnakina. So yeah, I really liked being in the Torg DLC a lot.
Yes, I am a little bit too young to play this game.
First of all, I wanted to thank you for coming, and it's great to have you.
Sure.
My question is because your first videos that I've actually seen was the Pokemon video.
So, which one?
Just to ask, the general question, which Pokemon is your favorite?
Psyduck.
All right.
Psyduck is the best Pokemon. Okay, everyone? Only Psyduck.
First, you were amazing. I got into a lot of games by just watching Chaos playing. Like, you guys made me start playing Minecraft also.
Oh, nice.
So, 2 quick questions. One, can you say Pop Goes Bandit?
Goes the bandit!
When you were doing Hey Ash, what you're playing, like, did you guys have any like hilarious bloopers or something that happened that?
Let's see. Well, it's not really. The first thing that comes to mind, because I think it scarred me because it's horrifying, is that we thought it'd be funny because we hate ourselves if Dad ate a bunch of tacos all at once, not realizing that it would look like staring into the abyss. So it's actually in an episode. It's at the end of the first part of this season's of last season 4.
Yeah.
The most recent season's finale. That Dad literally like unhinges his jaw and eats like 6 tacos at once. And if you look at Anthony, it's a genuine reaction of him just going. Like he couldn't handle it, and we were gonna have a line after that, and we're just like, fuck it, we have to end up this because it's the most horrifying thing anyone's ever seen. Also, during the Dear Esther episode, it was really hot outside because it was in summer, and again, we're idiots, and we decided, oh, this will be a reasonable thing to do, fucking film something in the summer in Arizona. But Justin was setting up a shot, and Dad just wanders off. He just wanders off, and we're like, where the fuck is he going? And then we look, and there's this like little like pedaling machine on the playground that's like these 2 little things that you can go wee 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 wee, and he just jumps on that and goes like. And he keeps walking, and I was like, and then we never saw him again. But yeah, mostly just Dad being just fucking a weirdo. And also, there was a time, I don't know if, you probably only know Grant if you're a pretty hardcore Hey Ash fan. Does anyone know Grant Cushman? Does anyone know who that is in here? A few people? Okay. There's an episode, the Final Fight episode, where he gets a nosebleed. That's an actual nosebleed that he got. So he like, the Final Fight episode is terrible. It's just me male masturbating to a picture of a mustache, but everyone comes in and starts screaming. And Grant comes in and starts screaming, and then his nose starts bleeding. And that was, and